You know, I'm not going to turn my nose up at any win, right? End of the day, when you look at the CFL standings, it says 4 wins, 2 losses. And I'm extremely proud of those guys playing a game in such short time. It's an extremely tough thing to do to beat a team back to back in the CFL. It's tough. And this team found a way. And that's, we knew this game. Sometimes you got to find a way. And that's what these guys did. At the end of the day, was it our cleanest game? No, it wasn't our cleanest game. But when we had to make plays, we made the plays.
From a disappointing standpoint, maybe the first drive looks like an easy drive, scoring drive, and you can't get back to the end zone. In your opinion, why? What was?
I think there's a few things there. When you look at the turnovers, we have to execute, maybe a little bit better. I think, I wish I could put my finger on one thing, Don. But there's a few things that kind of held us back. I think across the board, and like you said, maybe it's a symptom of the close games, close proximity of the game. We didn't execute as well as we possibly could have. And one of the things we talk about is finishing. And if they're one thing, when we're down there first and goal at the 4, you'd like to score a touchdown down there, and we had 2 opportunities and things, as you saw it. I mean, they were there to be taken, and we didn't. So, we'll clean that up as we go forward.
That's a team that's desperate for its first win, and your defense comes up big. Does a good job of shutting it down. I think that's a statement more than a
yeah.
Do you agree?
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly. I can't say enough for Coach Miles and the defensive coaches, and then obviously the players on the field. Joe Vaughn and Pick do a fantastic job keeping those guys focused and staying in the moment. Throughout the whole game, I thought the defensive line had a lot of pressure on McLeod, and the secondary, made plays when they had to, and they did it consistently throughout the game. And it's hard to stifle an offense like that because they have a lot of skilled players over there, and so it's a credit to our players and our coaches.
On your last possession, you were scrambling around and in field goal position and then not in field goal position, but was there ever a chance you guys even wanted to line up for a field goal, or you wanted a punt?
Well, something I keep in my back pocket.
Okay.
But probably unless it was almost closer to a gimme field goal, we would have punted, just with the proximity, the amount of time, them not having a timeout and having to drive the whole. And I mean, obviously, you're taking in all things into consideration here. And biggest thing is we want to come out of here with a win, right? The extra points weren't as valuable as taking the time off the clock.
The reports that I read throughout the week suggested that you might use Khalil Pimpleton as your return guy, but you seem to fool everybody by going with Tobias Harris. Maybe if you could talk a little bit about the reasoning and the game that Tobias had, and if there's any type of an update.
Well, I'm going to have to watch the film on Tobias to see. I'm not going to comment on his play. He played physical. What we really like about Tobias is he makes a decision and he goes north-south. He has an opportunity. He can finish in those plays. We're 1 block away from taking the missed field goal to a touchdown, and that's a credit to him. Khalil, still in his second game, right? And everybody thinks you just put a returner back there and he's just got to catch the ball and run. There's so many still nuances, and really wanted him to just focus on offense and take care of that role, and then we'll go forward from there. So he's going to continue to grow in that role. But with Tobias's experience from last year, just felt that was a better decision.
Sorry, did you say you don't want to comment on his injury or his overall play?
Well, I don't want to comment on his overall play. Injury-wise, I can't give you anything because I don't have the exact answer and I don't want to speculate.
Yeah, just doesn't look like a guy gets taken off the card.
Yeah, but again, you also don't know. I mean,
Right.
Devontae went down in practice the other day, and it's not nearly as bad as what we had thought. So, you say a prayer and hope for the best.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you guys very much.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, Doc.